I'm going to do a sample problem for Algebra 1 2.05 involving less than or greater, or in this case greater than and less than. This one is called the greater than sign, that one's called the less than sign. So let's get started. Okay, let's see, we have a problem like this. The first thing I would do is I would take care of this little negative sign right there and distribute that throughout my equation. So I would end up with 4, and when I distribute that out here, I have a minus x and a minus 2. And then, because it goes to both places, and that's going to be less than, and I would distribute that negative 3 throughout this thing here, and that gives me a negative 3x minus 12. Then what I want to do is I want to get all my x's onto one side, and I solve that like I do even if there was just like an equal sign here. There's only one little thing that you have to do differently when you have a greater than less than sign. I can show you that in a bit. Let's start by moving my negative 2 over to the other side. And there's shortcuts to it, and I'm sure in your head you can think of different shortcuts. But I'm going to add a 2 here, and that means I have to add a 2 to the other side. So then what I'm going to get is a 4 minus x less than negative 3x minus 10. Well, let's get rid of this, just to keep things going here, let's get rid of that negative 3x. So I'm going to add a 3x over here, and that means I got to add a 3x over here. Gonna run out of room, looks like, too. Well, at any rate, I'm going to have a 4, looks like a plus 2x is less than, and that goes away, then minus 10. Okay, so here we are so far. Then all we got to do is get rid of that 4. So let's subtract a 4 and subtract a 4. And I get a 2x is less than negative 14. And then we can't leave it like that. We got to get rid of that 2 right there. So I got to divide this whole thing by 2, and that means I got to divide this side by 2, and those things go away. That leaves me with a 1x, or just x, is less than negative 7. Ta-da! There you go. I hope that helps.